Going back to the Scarlets, 5,000 games, that's quite a number. How much of an impact does that history have on the current squad?
I think that, the senior players would probably appreciate them more rather than the youngsters coming through, because it's new for them. The setup is new for them, but as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be a great game to be involved in. At home as well, which makes it extra special. Hopefully we can get a good crowd here and a good result against a very good team. Obviously they won Highland Cup last year, so hopefully it'll be a good show.
And just in terms of your favourite Scarlets, Clefley Scarlets memory, what would it be? It
would probably have to be, I think it was 2007 where we beat Toulouse up the Highland Cup game, and obviously we went on to top that group and we didn't lose a pool game. Played Munster in the quarters at Stradien and obviously played Leicester away, but only that game out in Toulouse to come back from being behind by so much, I think that was probably the best memory I have of the Stradien so far.
What have you made, Matt, of the job Warby's done as captain? It's a young man to take on that responsibility.
Yeah, definitely. I think as a captain, I think boys appreciate what you do on the field, and he's been outstanding. He's been instrumental on the field for us. So he's still young, he's got plenty of time ahead of him, and it was a great opportunity for Sam to lead the boys into the World Cup. I know he was sort of in two minds before he went, because obviously the pressure that comes with the captaincy, but I'm glad he's taken the role on, and he's done himself proud.
No one wants to tempt fate, but given the way the draw is panning out, realistically, how far do you think that they can go in this tournament now?
Well, like I say, preparation has been outstanding, and I think at the end of the day, I think our defence has been superb, and that's one thing in a tournament like this, is a good defence, and I think that's been great for us. But it's when you get to the quarters, it's just knockout rugby, and it's whoever turns up on the day. Obviously the Southern Hemisphere teams, they've had a lot more experience in sort of knockout rugby in terms of World Cup stuff, so I hope we don't come back in that sort of sense, but the way we're playing at the moment, there's no reason why we can't go all the way.
What's the message for the boys here for this period? Obviously, two difficult games last couple of weeks, two setbacks. What's the message to the boys here?
It's quite difficult for me at the moment, because I'm just coming back into the sort of setup, and been away obviously for the pre-season. So it's tough for me, obviously being named as captain, but Yeslin's doing a good job at the moment, and for me, when I do get back, it's about making sure we work hard and push each other, because we've got a lot of youngsters on board at the moment. Some of them not used to sort of this level, the intensity of rugby. It is demanding, but as far as I'm concerned, the individuals which have come in, they've got a great opportunity to sort of start their career here. With so many of our backs away at the moment, great opportunity for them young ones to come in and show how good they can be, and at the end of the day, they're playing for contracts for the future.
Have you actually been able to enjoy the World Cup at all? Be honest now.
No, it's been tough, but the pleasing thing for me now, I can see light at the end of the tunnel. I've got a date where I can look to get back playing, and that's the most important thing for me, is getting back on the playing field, and targeting the end of October, so just looking forward to putting that Scarlets jersey back on.
I guess having been in so much pain for as long as you were, that must be a nice feeling to not be in pain.
Yeah, definitely that was the biggest thing. I mean, obviously I probably preferred to have the op after the World Cup, but the thing isn't a great thing, and it was just important for me to realise that I couldn't push myself any further, and the sooner I had the operation, the better, and obviously missing out on the World Cup, but like I say, it's probably added a couple of years onto my career now with having that, and there's still plenty to look forward to. I've still got ambitions, I've still got goals I want to achieve in the game, and the sooner I get back playing, the better.
Well, I'm here with Morgan Stoddart. Morgan, welcome back, first of all. How has it going with the injury? It seems to be there's some progress.
Yeah, it's come along really well. We've got off the crutches now, finally. Just what we've done, and things are going well so far.
Well, so that seems quite quick, because it was quite a severe break. So how you obviously plaster only for a short amount of time?
I think we've been in plaster for just over a week. That's obviously down to the operation, and they've been successful. So just needed to put weight through my leg as quickly as possible and get him back recovering.
Had lots of messages of support, obviously nasty injury, and it happened at such a difficult time for you. Sorry to take you back, but mentally sort of, it's difficult for you as well, being right at the peak of your form and playing so well.
Yes, obviously bad timing, but the cards and the message I've had, they've really helped me. And with the World Cup starting now, obviously it's been good to watch and see the boys be doing that.
And Rhys Reesmond at 10, obviously he's had a great opportunity, huge pressure game against South Africa. How did you think he stood up to that?
It looked like as if he's been playing there obviously for Wales for all his life, really, how he played. He just continued his Scarlets form on the international stage and looked great.
And in terms of his progression, obviously 18 months ago, and like a number of the sort of young Scarlets players, he playing some big games for us in the Heineken Cup, but they would probably have dreamt of the World Cup necessarily.
Obviously, everyone was looking forward to the World Cup in the distance, but obviously playing up together with a young team for the Scarlets gave everyone confidence. I mean, all the backs more or less are in the World Cup, so just bodes well for the Scarlets and the brand of rugby we've been playing over the last few years.
So what for you next now? So rehab for the next how many weeks, and when would you hope to be out of the boot and back running and training?
Well, if all goes well, I go back to the hospital in 2 weeks for another X-ray, and if all goes well, I think the boot may come off then, hopefully, but I have to wait and see.
And how frustrating has it been sort of watching from the sidelines in terms of the World Cup? I shouldn't really ask you that.
To be honest, it hasn't been too frustrating. Obviously, it was quite a while before the World Cup started. I had probably 3 or 4 weeks before the World Cup actually started, so I was obviously over it by then, and I started back training by then, so I just started back into the routine and just enjoying the games now at the minute.
You've been doing some special training as well with underwater cycling or something like that? How did you tell me?
Underwater treadmill.
Right.
I've been doing that twice a week down Cardiff, so that's pretty good for recovery. Just to build back the
strength and start
just enables you to obviously start walking and start putting pressure through the leg a lot earlier than obviously walking on a normal treadmill.
Okay, and so looking to come back sort of November time, possibly December time?
Yeah, I think I'll be starting training maybe end of November, light training then. All depends how the injury feels and how quick the strength comes back and how quick I come back.
And been catching over the regional games, or being able to, from what you've seen so far, obviously a very young back line, a lot of new guys coming in. How do you think they're faring up at the moment?
Like I said, I've only really caught the Aroni game because it was only one that's been live on telly, and I tried to watch this week's game against Munster on the internet, and they were in the best connection, so I didn't really actually see much of the game. But obviously it's quite hard with all the backs missing, but obviously a great opportunity for all the young guys, and I've been looking forward to watching them play home this week against Leinster, and hopefully they play really well.
You've seen the likes of people like Dan Newton and some of the other youngsters as well, some of the youngs from Arthur Woodring's done really well.
I've seen Rodri and Dan obviously, but I think Rodri's played really well and he's made a big impression on the squad.
Okay, well, really great to see you back anyway, and all the best in terms of getting back to fitness as soon as possible. I want to see you back on the field.
Thank you, yeah.
I hope it really goes well.
Too long.
Okay, thanks a lot. Nice
Cheers.
to see you. Bye-bye.